Okay, you're at the Watchmen Way. May 6th, 2020. Thank you, Rita. Um, Facebook names 20 people to its Supreme Court for content. The censorship wars begin. Uh, yeah, content moderation. 9 law professors, a Nobel Peace Prize laureate from Yemen. Why do we need somebody from Yemen on this board? Makes no sense to me. And journalists, great. CIA, you just, yeah, read CIA. Um, but no disinformation experts. This is about censorship. What does disinformation have to do with our Constitution? Uh, this this should be really easy because, first of all of these, the Facebook was created by the CIA. Um, Zuckerberg is a CIA operative, and he basically works for the CIA. They should be treated no different than anyone. You can't censor, and especially when it's on a platform that we paid for. The American people paid for the development of Facebook. Um, this will be thrown out in court. All of these censorship issues. These Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all these platforms that have been abusing our Constitution are going to get straightened out here. Again, all of this is going to be taken care of before the end of President Trump's second term. Anybody who's wasting their time on the election, President Trump wins 2020 with 90% of the vote. End of story. Don't waste your time on the election. On the Second Amendment, nothing you're going to do about these Second Amendment abuses are going to change anything. President Trump is going to take care of all these Second Amendment abuses before the end of his second term. So anything you do right now is wasting time because you're not going to get anything changed, and it's something that he's working on anyway. So it's wasted energy. The same with the censorship. All of this garbage. The same with what's going on with the virus. You know, on the one hand, it's illustrating to the liberals what their policies, the reality of what their policies bring, right? They're starting to see what that tyranny looks like. So it's helping the cause in the long run, and it's helping turn people to the Trump train. But it doesn't make any difference because once they release the evidence from these pedophile murder charges, release the names of the defendants, when people see the list and look at the evidence, the Democratic Party's done. The mainstream media's done. So why waste your time? Focus on something where you can actually accomplish something that we have control of. And there's nothing you can do in your life where you're going to ever have the impact that you can have right now by getting people prepared for what's coming. The first ever worldwide economic collapse, we've been talking about it for years. The draining of the worldwide swamp, again, talking about it for years. The exposure of the satanic pedophilia, talking about it for years. All of these abuses we've been talking about for years. They're all going to be taken care of by President Trump. Everything. You can't name one thing that he doesn't have on his radar to fix. So we've got the greatest transfer of wealth coming up the next year to two. This is going to start soon. But the process is going to run out over a couple of years. You'll never have a chance to impact someone's life positively like you will right now with getting people prepared. Extra food, extra water, medical supplies, ammo, physical silver, and Litecoin. It's life-changing what physical silver and Litecoin are going to do for people at a time when they really need it. When people are going to be losing their bank accounts, losing their pension funds, their 401ks, the people that don't see this coming are going to get crushed. Unless they were lucky and somewhere along the line by accident they got turned on to cryptocurrencies and precious metals like physical silver, they're going to get crushed. And there are very few people, when you look at the percentages, I think they say it's might be less than 1% of the world population knows anything about cryptos. This is a ground floor. Cryptocurrencies are the future of money. Litecoin is one of the premium cryptocurrencies in the world today. There's only 84 million Litecoin in the world. That's all there will ever be. 1,000 years from now, there's going to be 84 million Litecoin. That's it. $84 million. 64 million have already been sold. 20 million left. 7.5 billion people in the world are going to be looking to buy Litecoin at the same time when this all goes down. Why would you, and it's going to be 3 million apiece by 2024. 3 million apiece by 2024, 4 years. And it's $46.26 right now. $46. You can buy a Litecoin that analysts believe is going to be worth 3 million in 4 years. I think that number's conservative when you really look at this thing and look where we're at right now and what's happening around the world. I think Litecoin will eventually pass Bitcoin's price, and the same guy who said 3 million for Litecoin said 12 million for Bitcoin. So think about that. I think Litecoin is more valuable than Bitcoin. I think that the biggest factor is going to be the versatility and the speed of Litecoin at a very secure level. People say, well, it's less secure than Bitcoin. Well, yeah, it is, but so what? You can't hack it, so what do you care? There's not much time. I keep saying, I'm going to probably say it every day till it happens, with everything going on in the world, no one controls this economy. The white hats and the black hats both have the ability to collapse the economy within days. Nobody has 100% control to keep it propped up forever. You just can't do it because there's too many, well, just the hyperinflation, which is the problem we're in right now. And that's a ticking time bomb for us. What's going to come first? The reset or hyperinflation? The reset is going to be a far better option for the world. Hyperinflation is only going to bring panic and chaos, like it does every time it happens. The last time was in Venezuela a couple of years ago, and it's still going on. Greatest transfer of wealth in human history. What's been taken from us is going to be returned sevenfold. And we're talking about trillions upon trillions of dollars that have been funneled off of our financial system for these elites, these monsters, these satanic pedophiles. All of it's coming to an end. Their empires are being dismantled. Their assets are going to be seized. The Pacers, the Rockefellers, Soros, Gates, all of them. Anybody who's been involved in human trafficking or treason, they're going to get the justice they deserve. All these crooked politicians, judges, celebrities, government officials, newscasters, they're all coming down. 2020, everything God showed me is happening right now. 2020, everything, and there's nothing stopping it. It can't happen. It's past the event horizon. It's too much momentum going now. Anything that gets in the way of this thing is going to get crushed, get run over, because you can't stop it. Too much weight, moving too fast. So what you can do is protect yourself. Physical silver and Litecoin are insurance against what's coming. The economic devastation that's coming, which is going to destroy all paper assets, bank accounts, 401ks, pension funds, annuities, are all going down. Why would you want the banks to have any more of your money than they've already stolen? It's not that hard. You can do this stuff in a half an hour. You don't have to leave your home. I don't know, why so many people still have so much money in the bank. It's not very smart, and for a lot of people, it's what they've worked their whole lives for. And to lose it because you were lazy or, I don't know, you couldn't see the nose on your face. You couldn't, a blind man can see what's coming here. Don't miss this opportunity. You'll kick yourself for the rest of your life if you blow this, if you miss this. $20 could change your life. $20 is more than $1 million in 4 years with Litecoin. Don't miss the boat. There's not a person in America that couldn't benefit from this, that can't scrape up $20 somewhere. Don't let this pass you by. You'll regret it. Belgium accuses China of bioespionage. Biological warfare program and vaccine experts targeted. And then the next headline, these are Zero Hedge headlines. The next headline is China won't cooperate with virus investigation until final victory against the virus. Okay. I think they want to figure out what their damages are going to be. None of this means anything. This is all theatrics. I still think that China and America have pulled a fast one on the deep state. I think they're working together. I think they set the deep state up. I think that China was supposed to release a more deadly form of the virus and didn't. And so it totally screwed the deep state because they were expecting all of these deaths that never came. And so they had to start killing people. I mean, just look at some of the videos. I posted one yesterday. You got to watch it, from a nurse in New York City. They're murdering people. They're purposely giving people the wrong treatment to kill them. And I'm almost wondering if there weren't elements engineered into this virus, like this Advil that was such a problem, that they didn't engineer that in it so that everybody who was on board with this, all the globalists, including all the medical professionals, and there's a lot of them on board with the globalist agenda, would know, okay, give them Advil. That'll kill them. If they knew, think about this. If people knew before the virus came out that Advil would supercharge it, think about that. And then they're giving people Advil on purpose. It's the same thing with this vaccine that Gates is working on in the World Health Organization. World Health Organization, done. Probably last year for him this year. Because all of their supporters are going to be in prison. The World Health Organization wouldn't exist except for the globalist agenda. The same with the UN. The same with NATO. They all got to go. We shouldn't be giving a dime to any of them. We shouldn't be giving a dime to any other country at this point for anything. We've got veterans living in the streets. Until we can take care of our own, we shouldn't be giving any other country a penny. Kind of off topic, but pisses me off. Police are complicit in politicians' disregard for the rule of law. So here's the deal. If you're a police officer or in the service, any law enforcement official or military has to take an oath, and politicians has to take an oath swearing their allegiance to the Constitution, that they will uphold the Constitution. All of these police that are enforcing these unconstitutional orders by governors and mayors are violating the Constitution. They're violating the law. They should be arrested before the people they're arresting. They're bigger criminals because these people are arresting who are exercising their freedom, their freedoms guaranteed to us by our Constitution. Listen, the police have got to be smarter than that. I guarantee you, if I was working, there's not a chance in hell I'd be enforcing any of these laws. There are laws They're executive type orders, which from a mayor or governor it means a little bit more. But you can't listen. No official can override the Constitution. Any order that they issue that violates the Constitution, the exception I think is with the president, with some things in national emergency and when we're at war, which I think technically we have been since 2001. But governors are really limited, and mayors really they can't do any of this. All these orders where they're telling the police to arrest people who are barbecuing, totally illegal. And the police should know better. If you're a law enforcement officer, think about it. It's your job to enforce the law. There's no bigger law in the United States than the Constitution. No other law can trump the Constitution. When you're a police officer, you're within your rights. If you ever lost your job for making this call, you'd get it back with a huge settlement. Because, listen, they can. The Germans tried this shit at the Second World War. Oh, well, we were ordered. The law said we murder these people. Bring them to the gas chambers. That shit didn't fly at Nuremberg. Doesn't fly now. You can't use the excuse that it was the law or somebody told me to do it. Somebody ordered me to do it. You're going to hang. Just like the Nazis did. As a law enforcement officer, it's your job to enforce the law, and there's no higher law in the land than the Constitution. So when you see something in violation of that, you are it's your duty to not enforce that. Common sense. We need to go back to service-based enforcement. What we had in the 50s and the 60s until the globalists really started to take hold in America. And then all of a sudden now, we've got the SS on the streets. You ever seen these guys? Full-on military. That's not what our law enforcement's supposed to be. Very, very limited basis. This is complete overreaction based on false flags created by globalists to promote the globalist agenda. Again, is plain on the nose in your face. All you have to do is look. It lays out, again, got an IQ over 50, you should be able to figure this shit out. We got to get smarter, guys. We got to start using our critical thinking skills. Again, I'm going to say, if I only taught you one thing, the most important thing I could teach you is to use your critical thinking skills. Question everything. Use your discernment. Use your critical thinking skills. There's no other time in history that has been more important than right now. Time to man up. Okay. We definitely need to go back to a service-based model where the police are there to help, not to crack you with a billy club or throw you in jail. That is an absolute last resort of a police officer. Anyway, moving on. Kind of a pet peeve of mine. POTUS says the virus is the worst attack on the United States since Pearl Harbor. That might, I don't know. Listen, if you consider the results of destroying the worldwide economy, it might be more devastating than Pearl Harbor, because The economy's finished. The economy can't come back from this. It's already too late. Polls show most in New York City think it's too early to reopen the economy. From the flu, really? Look at the mortality rate. It's less than the common flu, and that's with a highly inflated death rate. Most of these people didn't die from the virus. It was heart attacks, botched surgeries, suicides, car accidents. Oh, magically, it's all the virus. Yeah, nobody dies from anything in America anymore except the virus. Please don't jump off a building to try and prove it. POTUS says China may or may not comply with the trade deal. He is so screwing with these guys. Again, I think they're working him. I think China, Russia, and America are working together through this. I don't think there's anything to come of the virus in China's supposed attack, because it's not China that did it. I mean, one of their agents may have released it, but it was a deep state globalist operation. You know, I think the Chinese just switched on them, is what happened. California records a record daily jump in cases. NASDAQ continues its record run despite the biggest job loss ever, over 20 million job losses. Stocks have never been more expensive, meaning more overvalued, than they have been right now. Huge disconnect between markets and reality hits idiotic levels. Zero Hedge headline. The cure for the economy could kill it. It's already dead, guys. It's on its last gasp. They're giving it life support. They're ready to pull the plug. That's where we are with the economy. Here you go. The economic consequences of the lockdown have been devastating and will be feeling their effects for a very long time. Does that sound like a recovery to you? The Fed has at least 10 asset purchase programs going right now, including purchasing corporate debt, treasury debt, municipal bonds, commercial paper, mortgages, and more. Fed's printed $5 trillion so far, and they're in the just for this, what we're going through right now in the last few months. They're in the process of printing $5 trillion more. $1 trillion a month right now. It took 275 years plus to get to 10 trillion. Almost 300 years to get to 10 trillion in debt. And we just went to 10 trillion in 2 months. How long do you think this can go on? Trust me, it can't go on much longer. And it's going to probably happen either way. Whether it's a reset, I think that'll be declared out of the clear blue. He's not going to telegraph it, I don't think. And of course, the collapse or hyperinflation could happen, come on the same way. With no warning. So get your money moved. Get your Litecoin and silver bought. Food, water, medical supplies, ammo. So many new stimulus programs going on. They're literally, it's like a fire hose with the money. You know, they talk, this is helicopter money. You know, they always talk about helicopter money. You know, they just throwing out helicopters. That's what we're at right now. Because this is helicopter money. $1 trillion a month is helicopter money. Okay. Let's go to question. Are they messing with the video? Okay, where are we at now? Okay, good. Lisa, how you doing? Kathleen? Kathleen says they're drunk with power. Who owns them? I'm not sure who you're talking about there. Police or who? Tina, how you doing? Kevin, what's up? Yeah, there's no freedom of speech. It's coming, guys. It's coming back. Barbara, how you doing? David, what's up? Joanne, what's up? Oh, yeah. Other ways to communicate. The good news is, I think, well, the longest I think that the communications would be down would be 3 days tops. And I don't know if that's even going to happen now. I'm wondering if they haven't gotten through what they need to get through, and maybe they don't have to go that route. The 3 days of darkness that Q's been talking about for, hell, I don't know, a really long time. I don't know. We'll see what happens. As far as the Watchmen, I mean, listen, if everything's down, there's no way to communicate. I mean, if somebody's got a ham radio, we could put something out that way. But, you know, the problem with that is there's so few people that have them, you're not going to reach anyone. And I don't think, it's not like, I mean, there's going to be a lot to report in those 3 days, right? Because you're not going to know what's going on. So I don't like it if it happens, but I'm not worried about it. And I'm not worried about not having the communications, because President Trump is driving the bus, and I trust President Trump 100%. So it's all good. Cecil, what's up? Raylyn, what's up? Mary, what's up? David, Mike. There's Mike Jan, man, guys. Anybody who needs colloidal silver or colloidal copper, get it from Mike. Yeah, YouTube is booting everything that has to do with Q. You know we're over the target when they're getting this desperate. Shelly, how you doing? Jojo, what's up? Stephanie, hello. 39,000 on the CDC site today. Roxanne wants to know, the bad guys are coming down. Who took a deal? Who spilled the beans? Honestly, for the upper end, one of the reasons this took so long was they made no deals. If you were guilty of treason or murder, they did not cut any deals. And most of the big dogs are guilty of treason and or murder. So um, I don't think that there's anybody going down that got ratted out that's a big name, because all the big names were going down because of the videos that Epstein had and all the information that the NSA and military intelligence had. So, you know, I don't know that that's a factor. I think on the lower levels, definitely. Um, Mid levels up to the top, it helped. But for most of the people that we're concerned with, I don't think there was much information that was given from informants or people that turned. Margaret, what's up? Mark, what's up? Oh, working on a silver deal, guys. I should have information hopefully by tomorrow about a deal I'm working with a silver dealer. It's actually in the Phoenix area. So Danielle's reporting that a man got bitten in her van by a murder hornet, got bitten twice, and died of the coronavirus. Thanks for that, Danielle. Bear mauls man to death who dies of coronavirus. Geez, that guy's got some bad luck. Serene, how you doing? Tessie, what's up? Yeah, guy who had evidence on the Clintons dies of the coronavirus. We could go all day, guys. And we've got a tip from Ray Lynn. Are you? Are we talking about the coronavirus started in North Carolina? I'm not sure. Daria, how you doing? Cowgirl Kathy. What's up, Cowgirl Kathy? Cowgirl Kathy's reporting that her ex-husband got run over 3 times and dies of the virus. Wow. That's amazing. What a coincidence. Cecil loves picking on Ray Lynn. Okay. Jeff, what's up? Yeah. You want Zoe? Where's Zoe at?
I'm over here in my lap.
Myra, how you doing? Mike, what's up? Randy, hello. Randy's late. Mowing
On
season.
the couch. Underneath that bull.
Yeah, I guess there was a vet in California who's, and listen, you got to give the police credit. Now, this was a case maybe where they use their heads. I guess a vet jumped up and actually stopped. I think they were CHP officers who were there at the Capitol from moving in on the crowd. Lena just got more dimes. Yeah, on my end, guys, I haven't had one day since I've been to Mesa that there's been a problem with my screen. I haven't dropped a call since I've been to Mesa. So it's much better here, guys, than any place I've been yet on our little road trip. Cecil, I don't. even, I don't even know. I'm not going there. I'm not sure what you're asking, but I'm not going there. Michael, or my nephew Michael, what's up? Blue Angels flew over Houston today. We all trust President Trump 100%. Danielle's wanting to know if the virus could be used to test people to see if they're ingesting adrenochrome. It would be highly unlikely that they could engineer something that finely tuned. Um, Interesting thought. Uh, Danielle's not scared of anything. No one should be scared of anything right now, guys. No fear, no worry. Colloidal silver is safe for anyone unless you're allergic to it. Thanks, David. Oh, yeah. An African country. So this is what they did. It's funny. So they got these test kits, right? They used one on a piece of fruit, one on an animal, and one on something else. They all came back, no humans, right? They all came back positive for the virus. Something's not right. Use your critical thinking skills, use your discernment. Uh, Coronavirus was worked on in a lab at the University of North Carolina. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me, but it actually was released out of the lab in Wuhan. Yeah, it may not have been developed there. Well, hell, Gates owns the patent on the virus, so it had to have American roots somewhere. Roxanne, how you doing? I'm not going there. Patricia, how you doing? Ron, what's up? You're welcome, Catherine. Brother Dale, what's up? It's my brother, guys. Only the truth and nothing but the truth. We try. Timothy, what's up? I don't get it right all the time, but I try to get it right all the time. 13 Q drops today. Q's on fire, man. Burning it up. Okay, guys. Where are we at in time? Uh, don't forget about the option. This is probably the biggest, I think, well, an advantage to Coinbase, and I guess Gemini too, although I feel a lot better using Coinbase. is as a secondary bank account. If you can do it with Gemini, I don't have a Gemini account, so I don't even want to talk about this with Gemini because I'm not sure it would work. But you certainly can try it if you have a Gemini account. But people are worried about access to their money, right? You know, I've got 50 or 100, $200,000. I don't want to put it somewhere and not be able to get at it, right? That's kind of how it is with silver. You can move silver, but it's a lot harder to move silver than it is to move Litecoin. You know, Litecoin can be moved in seconds. You know, when I have, so basically what I've done is I've set Coinbase up as my secondary account. We talk about you don't want to leave a lot of coins in Coinbase because if they collapse, you're going to lose your coins just like you're going to lose your money when the bank collapses. Having said that, I think the soonest an exchange, a cryptocurrency exchange, could collapse would be more than a month down the road, because it would be after the worldwide economic collapse, and there's several things that would have to happen to collapse an exchange, and it would take weeks. So there's no immediate threat for an exchange to close. I've got 100 or so Litecoin in my Coinbase account that I use. That's just set aside for me to live off of until this thing takes off. I just did it yesterday. Needed to pay something. Made a transaction. I sold some Litecoin before 7:30 in the morning, and by 2:30 that afternoon, the same day, that money was back in my bank account. So this is it's better than having your money in the bank, because when the bank closes, it's gone. 3 cents on the dollar is what you'll get from FDIC. Do you want 3 cents? Or would you rather have, not only all your money, but the profits from that money? It's your choice. Right now it's your choice, but it's not going to be your choice once this thing blows up, because then the banks could close and then your control is gone. Do the smart thing. Any moves you want to make, do them now. Don't leave anything in the banks. Don't let them have any more of your money than they've already got. Okay. Okay, guys. Remember, time is short. We got to take advantage of every day. We have to reach every person we can. Every person matters. Be positive when you're reaching out. Start with, how would you like to be a part of the greatest transfer of wealth in human history? Got to stay positive. Beware of that cognitive dissonance. Keep pushing. We're almost there. I know we're all waiting for the end, guys. But it's almost like when we do that, it makes it even worse. So let's just focus on helping these people we're trying to reach, and let President Trump take care of the timing. It's going to work out better for us in the long run. I'm going to end it with our prayer. For God and country, amen. I'll see you tomorrow night at 5 Pacific. God bless.